Hey guys, thanks for joining me here on Feature Junkie. My name's Ed, and today we're going to be talking about the movie Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves. Directed by John Francis Daly, starring Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justin Smith, Daisy Head, Sophia Lillis, and Regé-Jean Page. So in a month full of big franchises like John Wick, Scream, Shazam, Dungeons & Dragons sneaks its way into the theaters, and I have a lot to say about this film, but before I do, if you could leave a like down below, I'd greatly appreciate that. Now let's get into the plot, courtesy of Rotten Tomato. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves brings a rich world and playful spirit to the legendary role-playing game to the big screen. In a hilarious and action-packed adventure, a charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers undertake an epic heist to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run into a fool of the wrong people. So I actually saw this movie about 2 to 3 days before it came out in theaters, and I've just been so busy to do a review, but I'm finally here, I'm doing it, and I gotta say, for a person that doesn't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons, I think I played the game once and I was completely lost. I was looking for an experience where they dumb it down for viewers that know nothing about the actual game, and I feel like they did it really well, especially for me. And my theater was packed with all types of people, with people dressing up in costumes and whatnot, and I got to talk to a few of them after the film just to get their thoughts in how they felt like they did with an adaptation from the movie, or should I say the game, to the movie. And a lot of them really loved the movie, so if you love the game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love the movie. You have those magical elements, you have druids, you have action, adventure. For me, I always categorize these type of movies into a Dora the Explorer formula, and that's literally no knock on the movie. It's just one of those things where there's an end goal and you have to go through this hoop to that hoop to that hoop to get to the end. Dora the Explorer formula. But yeah, the story was really easy to tell. The movie felt a little bit long, but honestly, with the quippy humor, it really helped you move along with the story and stay invested the entire way. I feel like the casting was done really well. My favorite character in this film was Justice Smith, which he has been in other films like Detective Pikachu, and I really feel like his personality really fits this role. And along with everyone else like Michelle Rodriguez and Chris Pine, I feel like all of them did really well together, and I definitely can see them making a whole franchise out of this film. And where we currently sit, there's definitely a lot of chatter and buzz with the critics giving this great reviews. It actually took the #1 spot in the box office over John Wick this week. And with Air and Super Mario Bros. Coming up so soon, I don't see them holding that #1 spot for too long, but I think just this week alone, it really counts as a success, because I feel like a lot of people really didn't know what to expect from this film. They've tried to make Dungeons & Dragons movies in the past, and they were epic fails. So this one, it's really refreshing to see that, you know, there's an actually good storyline and it's a good movie. My one small gripe though is in the third act of the film. There's some stuff that goes on with the big bad trying to take over, and there's things that they explain in the beginning of the film that you have to remember because they still come into play at the end of the film. And it's one of those things that, like, I'm glad they pay off, but at the same time it happens so earlier on in this long movie that you're just like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that they explained something like that going on. So it would have been nice to move some of those things into the second act, or at least remind us throughout the entire journey that's going on in the film. But other than that, I actually really liked the film. I thought the CGI was fine. I thought cinematography wise, all the camera angles and shots, the directing, all amazing things. And I feel like as a family movie, I think a lot of people actually like this. It's super nerdy fun, and that's what I enjoy. But I want to know what you guys think about this film. If you liked it, if you didn't, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, hit that notification icon down below so you know when I'm going live or dropping new content. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today on Feature Junkie.